Beginning in lying down, knees bent pose. Finding the center back of your skull. Taking a little time to arrange your body, to notice, adjust, find length for your spine. Try to even out the sides of your back. Let your arms roll open, whether they're up or down along your body, just palms up, soft hands. And close your eyes or soften them and just be soft. No matter what else we've been doing, you are probably doing something that was engaging here. Just try to let go of the doing energy. Balancing that with some being energy. This inward practice of yoga, creating peace in our bodies and breath and mind. Sometimes it's just little glimpses. But by coming to your breath with your awareness, gently lengthening it out in both directions. That outward direction of inflammation, long and stretched. Find space. Feel it change to the other way, that internal energy, that concentration energy of exhale. Take about 5 of those breaths on your own. Listen for the sound. And without forcing it all, just allow yourself to keep going. And come to fullness or emptiness. Let go and let it go the other way. Feel complete. Attention falls to the sound of your breath, the movement of breath. The resting, good feeling in the body, stillness. Breathing's pretty loud. If you can hear me, I'll be mindful of that. One more time. And exhale. Feel your navel come in towards your spine. Bring your palms down on the floor beside you. Walk your feet in beside your hips. Center your skull and come up to bridge pose. Making space, so my head comes away from my feet a little bit when I come up. Just make room so you don't crunch your neck. Face to the sky. Let this pose brighten your energy. There's a little squeeze in the leg and hip muscles as you press. Focus on that press of the feet. Add the press of the hands and arms and skull. Lift a little higher, keeping it softened. And then start at your head and neck, relax. Bring your spine down, let everything release. Tailbone releases towards the earth. Bringing your knees, catch your knees or your shins. Hug your knees towards your chest. Rock side to side on your spine a few times. Perhaps widening the knees if it feels nice. Take a few more moments with your on the back 2 knees shape. Whatever feels good. Please make this practice your own. Take care of your body. Do the poses that feel good to you. Take rest if you need it. Practice compassion. Let's do a resting twist after a big stretch out of the body. Long toes, fingers, long, gently arch the spine. Feel that energy. When we open the front body, we stimulate energy in the back. Exhale, relax down arms, relax legs. Bring in your left knee and bring it across for the knee down twist. Hook your toes behind your straight leg or to the floor or block. Turn and look deeply away from your knee. So your knee and shoulder might come to the floor, one of them might, both might float. It's all good. Just find where it feels open in your body. So the breath steady. Another important part of this puzzle of coming into mental quietness is the eyes. Let your eyes start to soften, nose tip. Deep breath. Release your body back to center. Bring in the single knee for a moment. Reach the other toes away. Point both sets of toes. Relax your legs. Circle your left ankle slowly a few times both ways. Please don't try to crack your ankle. If it cracks, it's okay. Be soft with this. Circles. It can be tempting. Try to keep it gentle. Stillness, bring in the knee. Squeeze. Bring in the other knee once again. And let's change sides. Take out your left leg straight. Bring the knee across, bring me down, twist. So your hand can help guide the knee. Touch the toes. Place them down somewhere so you're grounding. Then open away. Find that nice balance of shoulder and knee. One or both up or down towards the earth, just away from each other. Relax and breathe. 4, one more deep breath into where you feel this in your body. Send that loving awareness. Exhale back to your back body, bringing your knee towards your chest. This is the single knee. Point both sets of toes. Relax. Circle your ankle twice or 3 times each way. Just find a nice stretching of that miracle, those miracles, your foot and ankle. Exhale, step. Knees in, catch your shins, and this rocking up movement gives a little release to the spine. So you tuck your chin and then rock your knees towards you, hold on and press them away, using momentum to rock up. Bring your feet together, your knees apart. Have a moment, catch your feet with movement. Sit up tall. So let your brain come from ground to sitting. Feel the energy of the yoga practice in your body, in specific practice. This is self-care and wellness for stress reduction skills. And so let's give it a little bit of forward bow. A little movement for that inward, whatever it is you want to focus on today. Do something. It's a wide open invitation. You may dedicate, you attend. With compassion. So when our breath back to the shape and sunlight later. And release out. Namaste, welcome. Rib cage. to the hands and knees. Taking the right leg back. So you may do this from your forearms if you need it, or careful hands, you can do variations with the fists and things. Right leg straight back. And the gentle uplift in your belly. Feel your chest and your back strong as you press through the heels of the hands. Spread open and relax. Rhythmic breath. Your soundtrack is that breathing sound. One more breath. Exhale. Child's pose. Yogi's choice with the arms. Hips can be up or down. Wherever it feels soft for you. And breathe deeply across the back of your body, across your seat and your pelvis and your lower back, especially. All right, we'll come back to child's pose. Take another breath in it right now in a place that feels good in this moment. Back up to the second side. So forearms, fists, or spreading hands, and the left leg straight back. Reach to the heel. Press into the earth. Finding our Uddiyana Bandha, that's the low belly towards the spine action. It's just a toning and a stillness in the low belly that's below the breath. Leave some of your awareness there. One more breath with the awareness in the whole pose. And release, widen knees, child's pose again. Arms really feel good. Just relax downward. Let forward folding be a place where you find the calm energy. Look for it. Physical calming to the nervous system. Actual physical response. One more deep breath into the shape. Let the breath be deep and complete. And keep your forearms down or bring them if you move your arms elsewhere. Spread your hands. Hips up, knees back, hip distance apart until you come to a forearm plank, knees down. Use your whole body. These help us keep our upper body so strong. Really important. One more deep breath. Come down to your belly. And cross your arms overhead comfortably. Lift and reach your right leg. And bring it down. Lift and reach your back on the other leg. That one. And bring it down. Zip up your legs and toes. Active. You should feel energy all the way up into your pelvis. Slide your hands by your chest, elbows in. Breathe into Cobra, 5 breaths. Feel the energy of the legs. So much of this pose. The chest is working just a little bit and the back. Try hands away if you like. Hands down, one more breath. Lengthen through the top of your skull. And relax, release. Forearms down. Tuck toes, come to forearm plank again, this time with the knees up if possible. So you can lift your bottom a little higher if that helps protect your low back, or bring on your knees. Be as flat as you can be. I can see myself, so I can see. Makes me come into a flat shape. 4, just one more breath. Feel like use your whole body. And exhale. Down again to the belly for opposite reaching. Arms out, legs out. Exhale, relax. Right arm, left leg, 5 breaths. Please don't strain your neck. Just reach through your head. You don't have to look forward. You look at the floor or the tip of your nose. 4, give it a little more energy. One more time. Don't cramp or anything, but just reach and lift. Give it everything. Come on down, release, relax. Inhale into the other side. Attention to that neck today. Learning to keep the shoulders drawn down at the ears. To reach right through the top of your skull. That helps us have good posture as well. One more breath, give it energy and lift. Inhale. Exhale, bring it on down, relax, release. Slide your elbows underneath you so that you can tuck your toes, walk up into dolphin. So find that pike in the low belly, walk it in, bring down your head, take 5 breaths. Be determined with your breathing. Exhale, bring down your knees. Release your toes. Inhale, rise up to kneeling position. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Just letting the arms and hands relax and follow. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, arms in by your side. Bring your right leg forward into your low warrior and come out onto that kneeling position. And then we'll take the left arm up to so you angle it straight back and then out to the side a little bit. So pull anywhere where it feels good back there. I'm just going to change to that. Follow your reaching back hand with your eyes. Concentrate. Gently gather your fingers. One more breath. What can you soften? What can you brighten? And exhale, Anjaneyasana pose. That kneeling lunge with the knee coming forward. Hands can be on the leg or floor. Again, lengthen through the top of the skull. Just the right amount of depth for one more exhale. Bring back your leg, half Hanuman pose. Come to the heel, fold in carefully. So the hands can be on the earth and they can be really soft here. We don't need a lot of weight in them, but just stability. They can be away from the floor, a little more challenging. Just one more breath, just the right place for right now. And second side, let's do a cat-cow in between. Extend and flex. Again, extend and flex. Watch your neck on the extension, don't overdo it. Nose gaze, heart forward, and flex. Low warrior, second side. Bring the left knee forward, come up into that kneeling shape. Roll shoulders back and down so you have that nice feeling of an open heart. And then lean forward, your forearm comes to your leg above your knee. Gather hands, other arm reaches up and back, follow with your eyes. Gather fingers, press both feet and breathe 5 times. You need to have a sense of curiosity about each pose. Notice what your body needs to do, where you feel it, all in a non-attached kind of way, just in observing. Try to find your steadiness and your center in each pose. One more time, try to feel centered in this shape. Exhale, release back to center. Anjaneyasana, knee towards the toes. You may come down with your hands or not. You may adjust where your back knee is. So it's nice to reset that back knee. Find just the right place. Find the sweet spot. Exhale for 5. Hanuman's pose, Ardha Hanumanasana. Carefully and with gentleness, come to your forward fold, draw in the low belly, fold, your knee may bend, do what it needs. And then I took my hands away on the other side. If you want to try it, it really shows you your hip stability, requires lots more concentration. Perhaps it comes more easily to you. Be with your experience, whatever it is. It's all impermanent. And taking that last breath, release your front foot to the floor, bring your back foot to meet it. Draw your low belly up towards your spine, find that pike up in the low belly. Exhale, forward fold, long spine on your feet. Standing up process, learn to do it mindfully, to deploy the strength of your legs. It's so good for us to do that squat position. So a bend and press, try that a couple times and then come all the way up. Use your legs so your spine doesn't have to do all that work. Reach it up, take a couple breaths with your arms up. Again, reach, breathe in. Slowly, slowly breathe out and float your arms down. Just along the sides with the elbows bent. And then this qigong, breathing a couple times. Breathe in, float your arms. Breathe out, float your arms. Matching movement and breath. And exhale once again. Ground into your belly center for a moment. And just feel how that touch in the lower part of your body activates all the way down to the earth, all the way down to our roots. Keep that sense of grounding as we reach for the sun through the clouds. Breathe in, reach up. Slow breaths on these, but they flow one into the other. So the exhalation, top of your mat, if you're somehow not all the way there like I wasn't. Half lift, inhale. Watch your neck, just lengthen, don't look up. Exhale, back to plank pose or forearm plank. If you're working there today, you can follow and work on forearms with me if you like. Upward facing dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog or dolphin pose. You can just mix it up with forearm poses today. Or I'm going to see if I can avoid the hands. And exhale. To come out, bring your knees down, step forward on your mat. You can use the fist instead of the wrist, and exhale, forward fold. Rise up, remember that bend in the knees to use your legs. Stretch to the sky. While you're up here, release any gripping in your feet. And slowly float your arms down into exhale, down into the sides, right into the sides of the body. So you can repeat the forearm version or use your wrists. Inhale, sky. Exhale, earth. Wherever you reach is fine. Nathan, head up, halfway lift pose. Other leg back if possible, so you can work back to forearm plank. Upward facing dog, and the forearm plank is just a little look forward. Downward dog or dolphin, 5 breaths. Back here again. Bowing in. Uplifting the belly. You can be creative. One more exhale. Walking your feet towards your hands. Work your way into Malasana, squat position carefully. One more exhalation. Stand up, use your legs, so we can just use your arms lightly for balance support to come up. Sky. Turn the backs of your hands together just to mix it up. And arms down. Exhale. Take your right leg back to Ardha Chandrasana, or Ashta, there it is, Ashta Chandrasana, high lunge pose. Pulse up and down a few times. Touching your waist or your pelvis with your hands, just finding that forwardness. And try not to strain your thumbs. You can always just keep them gathered with your fingers instead of behind you. Still have that same centering. So we're centering and grounding with the hands. And then bring your back heel down to the earth. Bring that hip forward again and square to warrior A. Shoulders down. Swing up your arms, bring your hands together. Lift the plane of your face up and gaze down at your nose. So we have a long neck, shoulders down, eyes down. If you can tip the plane of your face so you see your hands, then you shift your eyes to your thumbs. One more breath. Stay with the legs, bring down your hands, weave your fingers behind you. Stretch gently down towards your foot behind and breathe 5 more times. Gently opening the front shoulders. Releasing around your neck. One more breath out. Release your hands, straighten your legs. Let's come to triangle pose. So keep your feet are a little wider than usual. Reach up and down, legs straight. Familiar. Side body lengthening, core strengthening. Open-footed, open-hearted triangle. One more breath. Little navel towards the spine on the exhale. Supports as you come up slowly and come to warrior B. Knee comes out over the toes again. This time the back toes turn to the side, taking the hips, the ribs, and the chest with it. So face the side for a moment while you find your feet. Get down low into your lunge, whatever that is for today. Inhale, sweep your arms front and back. Turn your head. Breathe 5 times. These poses are strong. We want to stay calm. Focusing our energy. Just 5 breaths. Exhale, 5. Straighten your front leg. Take the reverse warrior with the top arm. Bend your knee again and look back at your back foot. 5 breaths. In any of the warriors, if your low back feels compressed, just tug your tail energy a little bit. Just give that message to your body. It can be a subtle thing, but it can help release any hyperextension. One more breath out. And then lean and reach, extended side angle pose. Last one in this side of those warrior legs. 3, 4, let yourself feel empowered by this set of poses. One more breath out. Inhale energy, release it up, come to wide standing straight leg pose. Release any gripping, stuck feeling in your feet by a little resetting. Come down your legs, exhale. You may bend your knees. So this is a place where you might work with the bent elbows on the bent knees. So reaching towards your ankles, your knees can still be bent. Coming into, this is like a standing child's pose, possibly. Just let your back body awaken. Let your nervous system calm. Bringing lots of nice blood flow into the brain. One more exhale. Press feet, activate legs, rise up. Come to the top of your mat. Learn to work your way in. Pause and center for a moment. Let your shoulders be free. Learn to relax your shoulders on your rib cage. To balance them. Inhale, big reach up, squeeze your fists. Exhale, pull strongly down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, pull, squeeze. One more time. Exhale. Belly center, relax. This calmness, ready for warrior poses. Back to that high lunge on the ball of the foot with the right leg back. Left leg back. Pelvis coming down. Find your balance. Resist that heel coming down to start. Oh yes, the squaring of the pelvis, holding up the waist. Either way, heel down. Let's find that warrior A now. Round your back heel, find that lunge again. Shoulders down, keep them down as you sweep up your arms so that recommit to the shoulders down here. Bring your hands together, elbows can bend. Gently tip your head back, lift your chin, eyes to nose or thumbs. Squaring that left hip forward, centering the right knee. Give this every bit of your intention right now, of your attention. Exhale. Bring your arms down. Keep the lunge. Weave your fingers. Stretch your hands gently down. Gaze downward for 5. Get really strong here. Holding this lunge shape. Powerful stuff. Exhale into triangle pose. Release your arms. Straighten your front leg. Reach up and down and come over to that side pose. Making any refinements, and then breathe 5 times. Letting it be a little soft. Let it be a resting pose today. We all have enough times practicing triangle pose that it might start to feel like it could be a resting pose at times. So to acknowledge the hard work you put in from time to time. Breathe out. When you're ready to breathe in, come up. Warrior B. So find that side turn with the back toes, hips, pelvis, side. Inhale, arms sweep front and back. Turn your head, shoulders down. Front knee centered and getting low. Let's try to get into the somatic experience, your body experience right now. Determination, strength, vira. Straighten your front leg. Bring up your arm to reverse shape. Bend your knee again. And look at your back foot. Breathe 5 times. Your brain sees your front knee even though you're not looking at it. Keeps it centered. Exhale. Parsva Konasana, lean and reach, extended side angle. Bringing your back foot a bit if you need it and go to the floor or your knee. Shoulder down. It's so easy to bring that shoulder with the arm. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale energy, release everything up and out. Turn to wide standing pose. Slowly come down the center. Bend your knees as needed. Right hand to the center underneath your face. Sweep your left arm out to the side into a twist that feels good in your spine, not too much. Anywhere in this range is all fine. Find the sweet place, breathe there. 4, 5. I didn't give the option of the fist down, but that works here. We can just use the bones all the way up instead of the wrist. Other side. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Giving it a little rotation. Yoga helps keep us limber. One more time. Release exhalation and then come up the center carefully, slowly take your time. Step back, top of your mat. Tadasana. It's time to come down to the floor again. Utkatasana. Hips, feet hip distance apart. There it is. Sit back into that invisible chair. Lift your toes, pulse up and down 5 times. 5, low, bring down your toes, arms parallel, bring your shoulders in. 5 more breaths. Fifth one, press your feet. That's where the effort goes. Straighten your legs. Come to forward fold for 5 breaths. Folding from the front, tipping the pelvis forward, bending the knees as needed. Take your arms where they feel good today. Hold your elbows, your toes, whatever you like. I'm going to do that interlace version overhead if you want to join me in that. 2 big slow breaths. Not overdoing. 1 more breath out. Soften your feet. Carefully release your arms. Come to sit down. You can flow through if you like. Back to that forearm variation. Sun salutation if you want to do that one again. Knees down, ankles cross, and back you pop into seated pose. Pause for a moment. Elevate your pelvis if you would like. Let that strong practice you've just done lead you into stillness and quietness. Feel good to sit and be still. Full of energy. Grounded. Deeply grounded. So look at Firelock's pose today. We want bright feet. So we activate the muscles of the legs all the way up to the hips. And you start with your easy pose and you start to work it away from your body. So lotus is very drawn in. This is an opened out, open knee joints. So very carefully, we can stay or start to stack one leg on top of the other a little bit or a lot. Keep the feet active. Do not strain your knees. Come to a place where it's interesting but safe. You may hinge forward if your body likes that, or just hold steady in a place where you feel some good work. The body is the source of our meditation. Just the right amount for 1 more breath. When your exhale is complete, sit up if you folded forward, open up your eyes, carefully release your legs and take them out to boat pose. Balance on your sacrum, lean back, extend your legs, hold on if you like. Reach, 2. With practice, this becomes easier. 5, cross your ankles, lean forward. Do it again. Hold on if you need, bend your knees if you need. Just be where you are with it. Be determined. Use your whole body. Use strong breathing. One more time. And bring down your feet. Fire logs, second side. So you can be elevated. Other leg in front this time. So just the beginning of working away with the feet. That may be it. Perhaps doing a little bit of stacking. Keep the feet and ankles active to activate the legs, protect the joints. So work into that place where you are safe. Maybe it's a little interesting. Just work with this side of the body right where it is, so there's no need to try to make it be like the other side. And give it a little forward hinge if that's nice. Breathe 5 slow times. Try to be right here. Prana follows the energy of attention, vital energy. Just the right amount for one more breath till it's empty. Then lean back carefully, release. Let's just play with boat a couple more times with some variations. Fingers and toes on the floor. Lean back, lift your heart. 3, 4, 5. Relax your feet, widen your knees, come forward a bit. Let's see, let's do our feet together, lean back. Hold the backs of your legs. Keep your heart lifted. If you want, release your hands to your heart. 3, the breaths are kind of faster here. 4, not too fast, one more. And back to Malasana, feet together, knees apart, gently coming through to your own degree. You're trying to pull yourself through your legs. Just the right amount. Breathe across the back of your body, your kidneys, your hips. And release. Crossing your ankles, come to your forearms. Bring back your legs. Pop up to forearm plank position and come to your belly. Release your feet. Widen your legs and do a little centering on your belly. Bring down your head. And if you would like, bring your feet together with your knees apart. So my feet will stay up in the air here. You can bring your feet closer to the floor. So some feet might come to the floor. So anywhere where that feels good in the body, feet together, knees apart on the belly. Just find a place where that's restful and okay. The elbows wide. Create a diamond with your hands and rest your forehead down into that space. Try to make it comfortable. Downward facing triple diamond pose. Then more breath with that. And stretch the legs out, release. Coming to the right side of your body, finding balance, supporting your head. Bring a hand to your low belly. Breathe with the stillness there. So there's some subtle balance work here, Mula Bandha as well, your pelvic floor toning in and up. Even if that's just an idea, not something you know how to feel or do, but in our practice, you might be learning that subtle interior deep core so that we can lie here and really be balanced. Untitled pose, you can come up or stay down. So come up to your hand if you like, or stay on your head down. Reach your top leg up with activity and catch it, hold onto it. Your big toe or your ankle. Ground your bottom leg into the earth. Just one more breath. Auspicious side leg pose. Release down your leg. Release your head as well. Recommit to the low belly stillness, bend your top knee. Just reach back, catch your ankle or foot. And lengthen your front body line, lengthen your psoas, the front of your shoulder, just the right amount. Satya, that aspect of telling ourselves the truth about what the right amount is, that we can do that self-care. It means not holding back either. It's not just doing too much. It's not lazy. It's not overly striving. It's samas, balance. One more time, breathe deeply. Release to the other side. You could go through a forearm plank again if you were feeling like that. Pop it up, come over. And second side, just roll over or turn around. Head support, stillness in the low belly. Balancing in all these different ways. Maybe coming up or staying with the head lower. Take your top leg active, so the top of the foot starts to face towards you. Reach up there and catch your leg somewhere. Feel the activation of both legs. Anantasana. Eyes off the nose or up at the toes. 4 and 5. Very good. Slowly bring down your leg. I see some little legs coming down into your top knee. Reach back and relax down your head. So just let your front body relax open here. Let this be your counter pose for your sitting life. You can do this one anytime. You don't have to have a mat. You could be on your bed. You don't have to be warmed up. Just do it. Just the right amount. It feels good in your body. Remember it. You can have this like little tiny yoga practice of one pose anytime you want to. Exhale. Release your leg and roll to the back of your body. Work yourself back onto your mat if you've wandered off to the sides to do all that maneuvering. Back to our back bodies. Take the right leg in and straighten it out. And straighten out the left leg. The lying, legs reaching pose. If you want a cushion under your head, you could pop it under. You can hold on wherever it feels positive and helpful. Take 3 more breaths. Feel like your nervous system has arrived here. You're able to really relax into the work of this shape here for the last one more breath. Slowly break down your knee, change the legs the other way. Trying to stretch them away from each other. They're active. This is like Hanuman's pose on our backs where we're taking a giant leap. A leap of devotion is what Hanuman represents, that leaping overcoming insurmountable odds with love. Passionately take those last 3 breaths now that you've had a little time to just get into the idea of the shape. Exhale again. Let it be. Let it go. So knees side to side on your back. Support your arms down on the sides. Spread your hands. Just go side to side. Windshield wipers. Keep the feet and toes a little bright here. And next time you come over to the right side, stay. Feeling free to turn your head away if it feels good, and do adjust your arms to relax. Optional, only if it works for your pelvis. Take your bottom foot, so with your right foot, and place it on top of your left leg, but only if your hip and knee are okay with that. Otherwise, keep it on the floor. It's okay if it's a little bit strong, just make sure it's not harmful. Take 5 deep breaths. Hands cupping the floating ribs. Just a nice one option. Feeling the breath. Swallow, exhale, center carefully. Releasing that leg cross if you've done it. And let's do this side to sides again. This is another thing that you could do to help release from long periods of sitting. This is a nice, this front of the pelvis. So as line lengthener, releasing the hip joints. Come to the left to stay. It's a little bit of a twist, so you can add that turn away. Optional to take your bottom foot and rest it on the top. You can be really light with your resting or heavy. So self-refine, decide if it's too much, put it back on the floor. Breathe 5 times. So I'm resisting that internal rotation of my hip with my, so I'm like pushing back into that top foot, and it allows me to stay here even though my hip doesn't like that internal pressure much. So it's possible to do it in just a light way. If your body is talking to you in that way. One more breath. Mindful and slowly let go. Center and bridge, reach your arms vigorously overhead. Have a nice sense of releasing around your hips. You can do a little side to side. Lower and lift a few times. Exhale, release down. Last thing is some legs up in the air. Slide your palms down under your pelvis. Lengthen your spine all the way through your neck and relax. If anything is strained, adjust. The feet rest into each other. Begin to free your breath. Just let it start to relax. Do its own patterning again. Lift your hips by bringing your feet towards you a bit. Bring your hands out. Bring your hips down. Bend your knees. This position lengthens the low back as you come out. You may start with Supta Baddha Tadasana if you'd like. It's okay for there to be a little lift in the low back, but what we've done is ground the sacrum before we get into the shape. Feeling you can let your legs go straight at any time. Come to Shavasana, resting pose. Shoulders down. Back to that energy of being and not doing. Once you have just allowed for yourself to settle. Prana manifests in stillness. How good that the clouds travel as they do, like the long dresses of the angels of our imagination, or gather in storm masses, then break with their gifts of replenishment. And how good that the trees shelter the patient birds in their thick leaves. And how good that in the field the next morning, redbird frolics again, his throat full of song. And how good that the dark ponds, refreshed, are holding the white cups of the lilies, so that each is an eye that can look upward. And how good that the little blue-winged teal comes paddling among them, as cheerful as ever. And so on, and so on. Gently initiate the process of a slow return to your seated position. Let inhalations gently energize. Welcome the inhalations to be rather full. And the exhales will be too. So we both awaken and ground. Coming back to seated pose again to experience the energy of our complete practice. To pause there. Perhaps breathing in a way that you enjoy. Practice some gratitude for the practice itself. These benefits, your own showing up. So much gratitude for this beautiful tradition. Extend gratitude wherever you'd like it to go. There's compassion in there too. There's a lot going on in the world. A little acknowledgement. Bring it into your heart. Breathe deeply in. Thank you. I hope that you feel brightened by your practice this morning or whenever you're practicing. This is definitely an earlier in the day style. Look at those smiles.
Thanks, Blossom.